Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 6. And you didn't really think for a second that we were actually done and ready to move to Almaria, right? If you did, I guess you're no better than me and just don't learn. Well, as you can see, as you might be able to tell, we're at the construct testing circle, also kind of indicated by the text that's on screen here. Suddenly the sentinels stop moving, then they stand upright, then they slowly, smoothly move back to their original position. The test has been concluded. I figured I'd just give it another try because we were kind of nearby. So I did, after last episode, I did pick up the remaining bags of meal from underneath Blosk. There were a couple. Just pick those up. I also, just while I was there, I talked to the commander. I think it was the commander, yeah. Commander Mello or something, of Fort Saffron. And there was a dialogue option to tell him that we had been attacked by this Lepko person, the leader of those loyalists that we defeated earlier. And his only reaction was, "Oh, that's concerning. Probably someone should tell the castle about it." And that was that. Nothing else seemed to come of that. So yeah, I don't know. But we did that. I figured it was not important enough to include that on camera and just, moved on. But we were in the area after that, after dealing with Blosk, or, looting Blosk again. So I figured I'd give this another try, and, I did end up using 2 invulnerable potions, which still seems insane for a random quest like this. But at least it's done now, and it took a total of, if I didn't miscount, 8 rounds, enduring 8 rounds of attacks. The first potion actually lasted for, I believe, a full 5 rounds, so really good. Then I was forced to take another one, and on the start of the 9th round, this popped up. So, okay, thanks for not. Yeah, wow. What would I have done if? Are they gonna? They are gonna eventually return to their original positions. I was gonna say, what would have happened if I had just found myself stuck in between them, and if they had not moved? But that didn't happen, so, it's all good. I guess with that, where's the entrance? Is this the way? Yes. This is a way to Patrick's Tower, where I guess we need to go. Hold on. Isn't it faster? Well, not if I change my mind and walk back and forth. I don't know. I guess ultimately it might not have saved a lot of time, but we do have a fast travel system here. Might as well make use of it. I don't think we have any more crystals. No. Oh, wait, that was not the right person. We do not have any crystals to deliver right now, so there's that. We also dealt with their quest here. Patrick's Tower. Patrick's Tower, and we want to go ahead and talk to Sorengard? Oh, this is where Gladwell is. Sorengard is down here. I tested your constructs again. Describe what happened. Can I please have recompensation for those very very valuable invulnerable potions? Those invaluable invulnerable potions. Okay, quest completed. That's nice at least. Sorengard seems unseemly gleeful. Unseemly? Okay. Unseemly gleeful, considering the pounding you took at the hands, razor-sharp extensions of the creations. Then the control problem may well be solved. This will be most helpful. I will clear the way to my inner workshop. Please avail yourself of whatever you find there. I'm most grateful to you. Need any more? Oh god, I don't even want to ask. Need any more help with your constructs? Not yet. Now that I can maintain control, I'm working on their intelligence, trying to give them a rudimentary decision-making capability. But my work is too much in its infancy to be tested. Rudimentary decision-making capability. Wow, that is sure to be no way. There's sure to be no way that can go wrong. Exactly. Okay, that's now open. Were there barriers here in place? Maybe not. Or maybe they were the kind that are impossible for us to dispel. Why is there a Guardian Hellhound there? That does not fill me with a lot of confidence. Easy there, good boy. We're allowed to be in here. Sure, your master sent you the memo, right? We cannot talk to... We cannot... Oh. Never mind. There is a magical pixel where we can actually interact with the book even when we're standing in front of it. Okay, although this is a wizard's workshop, you are surprised to find a prayer book. Sorengard was probably looking through it for tidbits that would aid in his non-spiritual research. One chant does turn out to be very useful. You learn how you can focus your mental energy to create a shield that will protect you from extreme elements. Your skill with the spell Ward of Elements increases. We had that before, didn't we? Wait, did we? No. Well, maybe. I don't think so, though, but either way. We need 2 more skill for that? Interesting. I guess we technically have enough skill for at least some of the spells in between. We just don't have we haven't learned the spells yet. Okay. Well, technically, once we reach skill level 12, we have access to Word of Elements, which costs, you know, just a cool 75 energy, no big deal. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm gonna use that very sparingly, I have a feeling, but we'll see. So, that was the reward we were definitely allowed to take. There's just some random tools here. Ooh, we can't take this. Maybe this hound would have been hostile if we had somehow broken in here. Maybe there were barriers, and we could have technically dispelled them without ever completing the quests. Alright, we also want to hand this back over out of the way so I don't accidentally drink it, you know. Incanter's Ring, Mage Spells and Spellcraft. Well, okay, I mean, since it's Mage Spells specifically, obviously it has to go to him. Okay. I will absolutely take that over 1 point of magical efficiency and 1 armor. Wow, this even has 6 armor. That's crazy good, actually. So, I mean, I suppose I'm happy to see that the reward for this extremely unreasonable, annoying quest that, well, has annoyed me at least for way longer than it needed to, is actually quite decent. So, you know, there's that. Mind effect resistance and 2 armor. Yeah, I mean, magical efficiency, I guess, is nice, but it's only a chance to sometimes use less mana than you otherwise would, right? I mean, I guess over the duration of the game, or, you know, a longer fight, the effect will, you know, will be noticeable, perhaps, but I don't think it's better than, you know... Why don't we have... Oh, there's a barrier here. That's why. I don't think it's as good as a more direct buff, right? I can only assume that this is going to unlock for us, to be unlocked for us for helping with something? You mentioned something about a lost book. Oh yeah, what was that all about? I'm afraid so. Oh, that's the Icy Spirit quest. I see, okay. That's actually another reason I wanted to go here, because I might even have talked about re-attempting... Oh no, never mind. I did re-attempt that, of course, and that thing is just absolutely and utterly impossible. Yeah, okay, never mind. I did try that. I thought I hadn't. Well, in that case, we are actually ready to move onward. Yeah, Ice Wraith, that's the one. Lost Crystals, Silver, the Seal. I mean, I have not technically tried the Seal in a little while, but I have a feeling like that's not going to work out. The Blessed... Oh, hold on. This is for the castle, right, okay. Right. I did want to return there anyway. Of course, that's kind of a major thing that we did. Would be silly not to turn that one in. That better give us something good as well. The castle. Come on. Okay, can I receive training? Of course. Oh, we can improve slow. Why haven't I improved that as much as possible before? Maybe I just didn't know. Okay, this is also super cheap, and I have been calling beasts occasionally, so, you know. Yeah, I should have come back to the earliest trainer, because these spells here at this point were so cheap. And I guess at the time I didn't think slow was going to be as useful as it ended up being for us. So yeah, good thing I came back. This workshop 4, magical research, blah blah. Can I please just ask about holy rituals? Wait, oh, Aztecan, upstairs. Right, fair enough, okay. That is what I asked first. Upstairs would be right here. Hello, Asta. Have the samples I brought help you? No, not yet. Fair enough. What do you teach? Please train me. Repel spirit and smite. I mean, you know. Whatever. Let's just get those out of the way. I have your blessed athame. Actually, hold on. Just out of curiosity. This is a knife, though too small to be a weapon. The blade is very short, but remarkably sharp. It shows the signs of many years of wear. Yes, it's been been around for a few games. Okay. I give it to her. Nice. Level 18. She eagerly takes it, confirms that it is undamaged. Well, not more damaged than through years of wear, and deposits it in a leather satchel. Excellent. I will get it to the surface as quickly as possible before some other careless person takes it away and then dies. She walks to the west wall and unlocks a box. Help yourself to what's in there. A worthwhile reward for a brave soldier. I meant soldier. I mean, we're kind of both. But I guess we're officially soldiers. I recognize greatness in you. The sort of enthusiasm and skill that could lead you to a great gatherer of things. If you are interested in pursuing your new calling, let me know. Sure, always. I'm so very happy to hear it. I've been needing a part-time gatherer person very badly, and there's something else I seek. I'm referring to the famed Onyx Scepter. Yeah, I remember that. A finely carved artifact with the ability to stabilize magical portals. Its possession would be of obvious value. Return it to me, and an even more glorious reward than the last awaits you. It stabilizes portals? Its mere presence has a calming effect on magic, evening out surges and calming enraged flows. In most cases, unhelpful. For the creation of portals, invaluable. Why would that not be a useful thing in general for any mage? Well, I suppose there's only one of those scepters, so you know, either way, it wouldn't help a whole lot of people. But stabilizing portals does seem pretty useful. And where's the scepter? After the Blight arrived, it was taken to the ruins of Fort Avernum in the hope that the old portal there could be reopened. Okay, that makes sense, actually. It would have been very handy for bringing supplies from the surface. Or, I guess, getting more people out. Instead of having them stuck here for months, if not years. Slowly starving to death. No, anyway, then the Slacericae attacked and the trail was lost. The ruins of Fort Avernum are east of Silvar. Yes, we know that. Okay, that's gonna be... well... later. Probably much later. But we'll get there eventually. Okay, nice. Can you teach me any magic? No, of course not. More stuff? Well, obviously we're already on that quest. Okay, so you unlocked something. This? No. Oh, this? This here, perhaps? Assassin's Shield. Interesting. You don't usually think of assassins as using shields. It does provide quick action, anatomy, and lethal blow. Okay, fair enough. All very good things, except... well, we don't really have a shield user. I mean, both of you guys use shields. I guess maybe lethal blow works with range attacks. It is quite as heavy, twice as heavy, I was going to say, as your current shield. And you kind of need the cold resistance, but then again, you know, that is very defensive, of course, as well. I mean, 21 armor, this is a very, very good shield, of course, that any actually shield-using warrior would be very happy to get their hands on. I cannot talk today. That's great. And the episode has barely started. Oh well. Yeah, I'm seriously considering switching to to using that instead of dual wielding. No, I'm not actually. A little bit tempted. What do you have? Poison resist. 18 armor and poison resist. Okay. Yeah, I think... Well, he doesn't need the cold resistance as much, so he's going to keep his shield. And she should be able to use this. Yeah, 43 pounds. Just barely enough. But I mean, we shouldn't really be switching to anything a lot heavier. So... it might be good in terms of encumbrance. Let's just assume for now that we are going to be good. And, well, unfortunately the quick action is not going to benefit her. Anatomy is very slightly going to benefit her, I suppose. The armor obviously is going to help. And with any luck, lethal blow, well, I guess we can maybe see. Oh, missile weapon, awesome. When attacking a foe with a melee or missile weapon, the skill gives you a small chance of doing far more damage. You know? I'll take it. Anatomy helps with first aid, which is nice. I mean, it doesn't matter who has that, I guess. That would be useful at anyone, I think. Unless it specifically strengthens one person's first aid effect. I mean, I don't know how that would work, honestly. Maybe it just counts as extra levels of first aid. That's what I would imagine anyway. And fighting humanoids, which are probably the majority of enemies we fight. More damage against humans and similar species. I'm guessing that includes, you know, well, humanoids. Anything that walks on two legs, I suppose, and is more or less intelligent. So, you know, obviously Sithzarakai and Nephilim, but also goblins, ogres, at the very least. Maybe even, I suppose, demons, imps, and the like are probably not going to be included. But, you know, either way, it's, you know, more damage against certain common types of enemies, as well as a chance to deal even more damage. Nice, and a good chunk of armor. Making her actually the best armored person in the party, if not by much. You know? I'll take it. All things considered, a pretty decent weapon. Oh hey, we can actually take some stuff. So I will. Thank you very much. It's all gonna be put to good use, probably. This is locked, presumably, yes. That is also locked, cannot be picked. What about these? Cannot be picked. Cannot be picked. Wow, okay, so 4 doors that are almost certainly going to be unlocked by, you know, completing some sort of quest. Well, I suppose one of them is probably this one right inside of Lark's workshop here. Is probably going to be unlocked for delivering the Onyx Scepter, and then we have 3 more mushroom samples to deliver, so... Well, I don't remember how we were rewarded for the first one. Maybe we weren't really, because it was a sample from the Great Cave, and thus, you know, not really all that useful, I guess. But maybe the other 3 samples are going to unlock these doors for us. I guess that would add up, at least. I wonder what's behind this corner. Have we checked? We're gonna check eventually, when we have the spell. For now, I think we're good. Well, except that I just want to quickly see if our previous commanding officer, who's right there, if she acknowledges the fact that we did the 3rd original assignment. It doesn't seem like she does. I guess that's fine. And we cannot talk to the king to report any of the various findings that we made. Right, Royal Guard, hello. Too complicated to be picked. There was a door, according to my notes. I think that's upstairs, actually, yeah. With a level 14 lock, which is not completely impossible. In fact, I mean, if we could get some Tinker's Gloves, for example, that increase tool use just by 2 points, we would be able to open that. And actually break into the king's private quarters. I don't know that that's necessarily a good idea to do, but... well, and we can't do it right now anyway. Okay, well, I think with that we're actually ready to head towards Almaria. In fact, we're teleporting right there. just quickly stopping by that inn that I've been mentioning a few times. It might even be... It should be nearby. I guess it would be... maybe here? Not sure. Also, well, we wouldn't be able to enter this boat workshop. Hello? Sorry, friend, we can't let anyone have access to the boats unless we get word about you. Direct orders from the castle. Right, fair enough. What was this all about? These caves. Okay. Plenty of traps in the way. This is just closed. Okay, right, okay. Okay. This is just a dead end. This is directly underneath Almaria, though. Apparently. We have entered Almaria officially. Well, I mean, the underground of it. But really only technically. Yeah, I guess this is indeed an inn. Anything I should know about the area? It's not too dangerous. Scribane eaters, yep. Oh, there are stairs up. Stairs up, yes. Stairs leading upwards. Save, open. And we're just gonna get attacked immediately, right? So we'll see. Prepare. Scribble, scribble. Scribane. He looks up from a scroll. He doesn't seem to be in his right mind. Intruder, assassin. 10 on 586 health. Which is not impossible, just judging by the number of hit points. But of course it all depends on what he actually does. Okay, hasted himself, which is, well, obviously not immediately deadly. Beat him up pretty good here. Well, what you can do is do a well-aimed blow and maybe deal some massive damage? No, not this time. You can, I guess, undo his haste. Okay, he slowed us down, or tried to anyway. Summoned a thing. Okay, I must have been way weaker last time if I determined that this guy was too tough to deal with. Unless, of course, he's about to unleash some super powerful spell of destruction. You know, he just keeps trying to slow us, and we're still not slowed. He cast slow twice, and we still... our own haste buff still outlasted that. Okay, well... he's dead now, without any fanfare. Ooh, that red is... tough. Nice one. Ooh, wow, okay. Some pretty good hits in here. Well, I feel kind of bad, honestly, because he wasn't really doing anything to us or anyone, as far as we can tell, but I guess, and I think I said something like that last time. You know, if we hadn't come in here, someone else would have eventually, and they would have probably been attacked just the same, because he was clearly out of his mind. So we prevented a future tragedy by someone far less, you know, able to defend themselves, wandering in and just getting killed by this guy. Or at least that's what I can tell myself if I absolutely want to find some sort of justification. Do you know about this guy? Could I have a room? I'd stay out of the rooms. What do you mean? Don't get too curious and poke about in the rooms. Some of my guests are a bit touchy. That's all you're gonna say, huh? I was kind of hoping that we'd get, I don't know, that we'd be able to mention this guy, or he'd be mentioned to us specifically. But nope, no such luck. Hey there. I have orders to go to the Great Portal. Let me pass. He looks at one of his scrolls. He looks at you. He consults the scroll again. Then, on a hunch, he checks a different scroll. Finally, he finds your name. Wow. Was it really that hard? He shouts an order and the gate slowly begins to open. Sorry for the delay, friend. I don't envy you for going to the Great Portal. Working there is... He shakes his head. Anyway, welcome to Almaria. Well, thanks. Oops. Okay, the gate just took a little moment to open. You enter Almaria. Finally. That only took almost 40 episodes. You enter Almaria and get a good look at its busy streets. Merchants direct their lizard-drawn carts through the streets, refugees look for new opportunities, and merchants hunt for ways to make money off of all of them. Not a few people on the streets look a bit tipsy. Almaria is legendary for the quality of its wine, which is, by its surface standards, almost bearable. Considering how many soldiers are here waiting to form caravans and head north to the war, you don't attract any attention at all, and that is absolutely fine by me. Okay, we're in. We're in. Is that... Nope. Looked like a dagger. Just a shovel, though. Not interested then. Oh, of course, we have a job board. Oh, we also have Cyrilda. This is some sort of training hall? Cyrilda's shop, it's called. Okay, never mind. Looks like there's a punching bag hanging there. But, well... Maybe she sells various fighting equipment, and that's just a place to test it out before buying, I guess. Only 3 quests? Okay. West Smuggler Tunnel. Smugglers have long tried to use hidden tunnels to evade the just and righteous tariffs of Almaria. We have reason to believe such a tunnel is being dug out west of the city. Okay, that's what we... West of the city, though? The one I just happened to check out again is actually directly north, right? It connects to the underground just about up there in the top left corner of the map. So maybe that's something else. Anyway, find the excavation and kill the smugglers. A bounty will be paid for this assistance by Commander Hormarin. Hormarin? Okay. Well, we might already have dealt with that on accident, perhaps. Honeycomb Hideout. A band of armed and particularly dangerous brigands are hiding out in the southwest extent of the Honeycomb. They occasionally emerge and harass refugees and merchants. They can be found by traveling north from the portal Caldera. Find their hideout and force them to pay for their crime. Mayor Regan of Almaria will reward you for your efforts. Okay. Delivery to Tower Colony. Well, that's convenient enough. A heavy leather scroll has been tacked to the job board. It's addressed to X, Tower Colony. Huh. That's all it says? X? No, well, we know that there's a mad old mage who used to be old and mad even in the past, so I guess he's even older and madder now. Definitely older. And he was just called X, or called himself X. So, yeah, there's that. No idea why someone else hadn't taken that delivery mission before, because apparently there are so many people headed in that direction, but, you know, fine by me. Maybe it was just recently posted and we got lucky. Commander's headquarters. Well, let's see. I was wondering if Hormarin was supposed to be a Nephil name. Okay, and we have apparently dealt with those smugglers. You report your defeat of the smugglers to the commander. You did well. Here is your bounty promised. He gives you a pouch of coins. 300. Fair enough. Anything else? There's a large Nephar. Oh, not Nephilim at all. I'm sorry. Or Nephil. A large Nephar sitting at this desk. Her armor bears the insignia of a full commander. Nepharim are a sort of Nephilim, much larger but sterile, like mules. Though making that comparison to one's face will likely start a fight. Yeah, that seems impolite when talking about people. She looks up at you when you enter. Soldier, come to me for orders. I'm Commander Hormarin. If you are free to take missions, I do have one for you. Oh, that's good. Always happy to hear that. Otherwise, move on. Too much to deal with the refugees and other situations. What is the situation in Almaria? She suddenly looks very suspicious. What? Who sent you? What do you want to know? Everything is under control. Who said it was not? Then she realizes how suspicious she's acting. Yeah, exactly. She tries to calm down. Situation is under control. For now. Things get worse with refugees and scribane eaters by the day. Well, I mean, we've dealt with Scribane eaters before, so... How are the refugees doing? Well, for now, but there are more every day. Mayor Reagan is generous to them. Too much so, I think. But as long as they have the hope of escaping by the Great Portal, they are calm. They will all be gone soon enough. Hopefully, I guess. Gone through the portal, that is, and not... you know... I don't know, this almost sounds like she's implying something more sinister here, but let's hope not. Tell me about the Scribane Eaters. This is a problem that gets worse. The Scribane kills hunger pains and makes you feel strong. It draws the desperate, and it gets hold. Is there any way to get free of it? Once it grabs you, it takes much time and pain before the hurting stops. Most don't have the strength. They just keep getting doses, one every long while, to keep the dark times away. But if you do not take it long enough and don't give in, the herb will eventually release its control. Okay. You said you had a mission for me. Yes? Oh, Scribane infestation, okay. Yes, no time for long talk, no time to waste. You are here. If I can use you, I will. Northeast of Almaria is old abandoned fort. Fort Halidon. Northeast, okay, right. So we couldn't have been there before. Fort Halidon, full of Scribane eaters now. A desperate, hungry bunch. We did not mind them when there were few, but it is a large settlement now. They sell the herb. They grow it. It's too big now. Causes harm. Embarrasses us. They must be stopped. Stopped how? Driven out. Don't care how. Their leaders, the growers, probably must die. Think that will be the only way. You must maintain the law. You must keep them from mocking us. When they grow the herb no more, you have done well. Okay. Who is their leader? I do not know. Have had no luck getting my own agents in. Wasn't there something else? No, those were the two questions. Fair enough. Can I get supplies or training here? She chuckles. I'm a commander. I am a commander, not your commander. Not responsible for you. Trade with Sedrilda across the way, or go back to the castle for supplies. Yeah, I mean, I was really more interested in training, but thanks, I guess, for being a jerk, even though we already helped you. Oh well. I mean, it's okay. Don't mind. Actually, you know what? She is being a little bit obnoxious, so... Yoink. And yoink. And you can take some more fine lances. You saw nothing. Okay, that gate also automatically opened for us. Convenient. Does it say here? Oh, training hall. Wait. There's no one here. Training hall, but no trainer, unfortunately. Oh, well. Some stables, I guess, currently empty. Tancred. Tancred. Why does that name sound so familiar? Tancred. Oh. Maybe that's just a name. I mean, it's obviously this guy's name, but... maybe it's just a normal, if maybe somewhat unusual name that multiple people have. But I swear I've seen... I want to say I saw this name spelled differently. But I could be completely wrong. You know what? Let me just quickly look that up. Look. If I can find someone that I might be thinking of. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I thought I was thinking of maybe a Sir Tancred, and there was a historical figure of that name. I thought I was thinking of a fictional character somewhere, but apparently it is just a Germanic name that's been given to a variety of real people and fictional characters, so who knows what I'm thinking of. Tancred. I'm pretty sure I've never seen it spelled with an I, though. I think it's usually an E, but whatever. Considering how much caravan traffic Almaria has received over the years, it is surprising that the inn is so small. It must only be the merchants that stay here. The guards sleep with the caravans. Or with the fishes, if they drown, I guess. The innkeeper has a heavy polished club hanging from his belt. In these rough times, he's making it clear he won't tolerate any trouble. I'm Tancred, my friends of the Almarian Arms. How can I help you? Unless this guy was... I guess it's not impossible that he was actually around in the previous game. And that's where I remember the name from? No, I don't know. I must have come across that name somewhere in some other media. Whatever. Anything interesting happening in town? Tancred looks annoyed. I don't have time to gossip. I don't spread rumors. I run an honest business. Sure, let's indulge in this age-old tradition. Maybe this will help your memory. Give 10 coins. He takes your money and pockets it. Well, let's see. He thinks. No, I don't remember anything. Wow. What a jerk. I guess I don't need anything else then. I mean, is there literally nothing else we can ask about? Can I get a room? No offense, but it's usually merchants that sleep here. Your kind, with all due respect, stays at the barracks. And anyway, we're full. I mean, my kind, being soldiers that are not stationed here, we cannot stay at the barracks. Thank you very much. Not that I would want to anyway. What's on the menu? Okay. Alright, what a useless conversation. Glad we had that one. Okay, hello, Cyrilda. There's a small trading post here that mainly sells to passing merchants, caravan guards, and soldiers. As befits the tenor of the times, most of the store space has been filled with weaponry and armor. The proprietor, sensing an easy sale or two, approaches you. We'll see about easy sales. Or any sales at all. Welcome, I'm Cyrilda. You seem like someone who can appreciate a quality piece of metalwork, something you can rely on when the Slith Horde is knocking at the door. Well, yes. Thing is, we're already pretty decently equipped with that kind of thing. But we'll see. You seem worried about the Slitherikai. Well, of course. I need to stay in business after all. And alive, I guess, secondarily. If you were being attacked by demons or cave lobsters, I'd urge you to defend yourself against demons or cave lobsters. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I didn't see, or, I didn't think there was anything strange about her mentioning the Slith Horde. That is, beside the Blight, that's the one main thing that literally everyone's talking about these days. Whatever. Is business good? Well, it's good in the sense that I'm exchanging lots of weapons for lots of gold, but since I can't then take the gold and use it to get much food, I'd say I'm not entirely free of fear. You think the Slith Horde will come down here? I don't know. If they can hold them at the Eastern Gallery, there might be hope. And if not, she shakes her head. I've heard rumors that if things get bad enough, Mayor Regan will collapse the bridge. Can you imagine? Well, I mean, I can. Let's hope it doesn't come to that, though. What do you have for sale? Lots of stuff, nothing magical, so... yeah. Steel broadsword? That is what we have, right? Either way, it's not magical. It's not worth spending money on. We're gonna find better stuff. We can sell to you... well, we can quickly check. Yep, we have a steel broadsword. And this thing, I guess. Sure, let's just sell these things here. Including from the commander's... the commander's own storeroom. So, really high quality stuff. Nice. I guess that's all I need. Right, no training here. Okay, moving on. Guess here we have some of those aforementioned barracks. Let's check out the outer wall here. Oh, the northeast corner of Almaria looks like it was rebuilt only in the last few years. The walls look much newer and are not entirely completed. That's maybe not such a good idea with the looming threat of an enemy attack. However, they have been put to use housing the many refugees in the city. Oh. It is as noisy and busy here as elsewhere in the city, but there is also great poverty and desperation, and a variety of unpleasant odors. The refugees watch you silently as you pass, making no move to ask for aid or charity. You doubt that they have been treated overly warmly at the hand of the city guard. Well, that's unfortunate, of course. Okay, random stuff in here. And I guess randomly I'm not going to steal that, even though I easily could. Refugees. Edmund refugee? Oh. Two different people. Gotcha. Edmund, huh? Leader of the refugees, perhaps? At first, this aging refugee looks no different from all the others. He sits quietly by the wall, staring into a fire. His clothes are dirty and torn. He seems exhausted. But then you notice the name above his head. Then you notice that he is rarely alone. Other refugees constantly approach him, have whispered conversations, and disappear again. Sometimes he hands them fruit from the basket by his side. In fact, it's odd that he has food. Eventually, he notices you and waves for you to approach. Hello, soldier. I'm Edmund. We don't see many of your lot in this unhappy corner of Avernum. Did you need something? Well, only my curiosity sated, I suppose. You are one of the refugees. I mean, duh. I am. Though, as you may have observed, the others here regard me with some respect. They often come to me for assistance or advice. It takes up a lot of my time, but it doesn't bother me. I have nothing else to do. Why do they come to you? In Contra, where I am from, I was a person of some influence, and I was also, if I may flatter myself, respected. Contra has been abandoned by the army, and I don't wish to discuss my lost life there. It is too painful. However, my reputation remains, so the refugees come to me. How do you advise them? There are many poor, desperate, scared people here. People who need guidance and reassurance, and help in settling arguments over their meager possessions. I simply provide a calm voice. Also, in very desperate situations, I share some of this pitiful basket of food here. You notice that the fruit in the basket is wrinkled and sometimes a little moldy, but still edible. How are the refugees treated here? Decently, as these things go. It is far worse in Darmon and Silvar. The people here are proud, hard-working Evernites, not rebel and beggars. They deserve... He stops and shakes his head. They deserve what? He sighs. I apologize. I was about to rant. What I meant to say was that Mayor Regan at least tries to treat them decently. She's better than most. I don't think I even realized that Mayor Regan was a woman, but not that it matters. Don't think it was mentioned before. I have another question. I see that you have some food there. Yes. This sad little basket? Yes. Some merchants and travelers have made donations, and I have used it to obtain this miserable little store of fruit. I share it with those whose situation has become truly desperate. Why don't they go to the food depot? Because the nearest one is a day's walk to the southwest, and that is a long way to travel, and a lot of energy to expend to be told no. Yeah, fair. That would be the one where we're from, right? Southwest? It's roughly southwest from here. How do they get any food at all? They trade away their few remaining possessions. They forage, they fish, they beg. Also, a trickle of food comes down through the Great Portal. Some of that is distributed amongst refugees. Be thankful for that. Without that supply, we would soon all succumb to despair. I was really expecting him to maybe ask me for help, or for us to be able to offer help. But I guess not. That's that, huh? Okay, just a little bit of world building here and, you know, painting this bleak picture. Hello, Callaghan? You notice one of the poor refugees is watching you. Most of the crowd doesn't seem interested in you, but this one man is definitely staring at you. As you go about your business, he follows you. Then, just as you are about to ask him what he is doing, he walks up to you. Excuse me, I'm Callaghan. I have a message for you. You do? Why didn't you approach me sooner? Tell me about yourself, Callaghan. Don't know why that's the first option, but, you know. I'm only a poor refugee. I'm looking for work. I do not want charity. So when someone offered me money to give you a message, I did not refuse. Okay, so you really do have a message for me, huh? It's not just some kind of scheme? Tell me about the person who gave you the message. It was night, and he wore robes, so I'm not sure. He had a lisp, though, like a slith, maybe, but gentler. I mean, was that guy whose name I've forgotten again? The spy master of the Slith Horde? When he talked to us, was he described as having almost no discernible dialect? Accent, that's the one. That's the word. Well, I want to say that some Slith we encountered, at least one, was described that way. I don't know. Either way, could be them, could be one of their agents, or not a Slith at all. Maybe, I don't know. It sounds a little bit too suspicious though, for something like that to be mentioned and not mean anything. Okay, so what is this message? I was told that a soldier of your description would be coming, and when I saw you, to tell you this. Yes? Someone wants to see you. Someone with information about the Slith Kresis. He wants to meet you. Someone with information about Kresis, like Kresis himself? I think that's the guy. Message in Almaria. Meet me where? There is an abandoned tannery to the southeast. There they will be waiting. And that is all I know. Okay, southeast. So again, a place past Almaria that we couldn't have gone to before. All right, there to the southeast. There they will be waiting, and that is all I know. I'm sorry, that is all I know. Now I must go. I hope I have helped. Well, I mean, I don't know if he has helped or who he has helped, but now we know, and now we're obviously going to go there eventually. Intriguing. Not really sure. I mean, it could go either way, right? It could actually be someone who's on our side. Maybe a Slith traitor. Or it could just be an extremely obvious trap. Who knows? Hello? Tardif. After a short wait in line, you approached a window. Actually, that's not what happened at all, but okay. A young, pleasant woman sits on the other side, actually on this side, counting a tall stack of silver coins. Sliver coins, actually. That must be, I don't know, the local currency, I guess. She deposits them in one of the jars behind her and then greets you. Welcome, soldier. I'm Tardif. I assume you are here to have the gate opened? I mean, we are on an official mission, so yes. Surely you're not expecting me to pay for that. Tell me about the bridge. I mean, obviously we're gonna have to pay. It's annoying me already, but we'll see. She's pleased that you asked. Ah, the Almaria Bridge, one of the first bridges in Avernum. It has a long and storied history. It is also one of Almaria's main sources of income. Few in our history have had the privilege of passing without paying the proper toll. A long and storied history, really. Of course. First it was built, and then people crossed it. Alright, maybe not very storied, but it is pretty. I mean, certainly there would be plenty of stories concerning the bridge over the decades that it has existed. But I guess someone was a little bit too lazy to actually write any of those. Oh well. Ever have any trouble collecting the toll? Every day. Everyone wants to haggle or give a reason why they shouldn't have to pay. Fortunately, I have the guards here. It keeps me from long arguments. Why, I even had to charge 3 Empire envoys not long ago. And they were furious, I can tell you, but Oh, whoops. Oops, what? I'm sorry, I misremembered. There were no Empire envoys at all. Never mind, my mistake. She stammers a bit more, how odd. How very odd indeed. I mean, we're not at war with the Empire. In fact, we are at peace with the Empire, as far as I know. Would it be so unusual for Empire envoys to be down here? We've met several people from the Empire, like tourists mostly. So, if she hadn't backed off in such an extremely suspicious manner, nothing would have seemed out of the ordinary at all. Now, of course, it does. And yet I don't need to pay the toll? Why do we assume that? Not at all. Not a coin. I hope you understand what an honor this is. For Almarians, not charging a toll or tariff... She shakes her head. Oh, it is a struggle for us. Okay. Huh. I mean, we didn't even have to ask or anything. It just... We all just suddenly, mysteriously knew and agreed that that was the case. Which is fine by me. I guess I got annoyed for no reason at all. Huh. Just a little bit confused, I guess. Tired of guarding... A guardian of the Almaria Bridge smiles brightly at you. Always nice to see a soldier. Do you need anything else from me? What is the fee to pass? Normally 10 coins per person. 3 for lizards, 15 for wagons. I hope by lizards you don't mean... Wait, 10 coins per person, 3 for lizards, okay. Never mind. If that counted... If that included Slithericai, that would be good for them. 15 for wagons, but for soldiers, it's always free. Okay, I was gonna say, I mean, if we're literally on official, you know, business, on if it's our duty to go past the bridge, it would be extremely silly for us to have to pay for it. So I'm glad that, you know, the game is reasonable in that regard. For soldiers is always free. Almaria wants to contribute fully to the war effort. Well, thank you so much. Can you open the gate for me? She flutters her eyelashes a little. You had but to ask. She waves a hand. A moment later, the east gate begins to open for you. Some merchants eye the open gate jealously. They're tempted to try to slip through for free, but they know they're in for a beating from the guards if they try. Anything else you can do for me? She giggles. Oh, but you are a flirt. No, I only watch the gate. Better go through. Those merchants look like they might run for it any minute. Well, actually, we're not going to head through anytime soon, but I'm sure that's not gonna matter. I was wondering if... Yeah, I was wondering if we would have gotten some sort of text pop-up by approaching this from the proper side, and that's why things seemed a little odd here. Yeah. This courtyard borders on the east gate of Almaria, which leads to the bridge across the river. For most people, it is necessary to pay a toll to pass. Fortunately, soldiers are exempt. Okay, that's how we would have known. You will still need to get them to open the gate. A soldier watches you through a window in the building to the north. A soldier. Well, okay. She didn't seem very soldierly. She doesn't look very soldierly, but I guess she is officially with the military. Okay. Let's not do this for now. What is this? Fine Almarian wines. Okay. We're supposed to collect a number of those. 6 bottles to be precise, and we have 4, actually. Okay. I don't suppose why I need to deliver them here, right? This is the source, after all. Noam. Noam? Who knows? You meet the wine merchant of Almaria. Almarian wine is well known throughout the world, both above and below the surface. Many a connoisseur of the surface has braved it to be able to say he or she tried Avernite wine. The merchant is a short, portly man. He seems pleased to have you in his store. Ah, a soldier, not a refugee or beggar. Someone who might actually pay a fair price for quality goods. I am Noam, and this is my shop. Though sadly I have lost access to a large part of my stock. Oh, really? Happy to hear that, because that probably means a quest of some sort. Tell me about Almarian wine. Oh, but do you have a spare week? For that is how long it will take for you to describe the wonders of Almarian wine. And this... What? That is how long it will take me? You mean it's how long it would take you to describe it to us? Whatever. The pride of the underworld, served on the finest tables of both Avernum and the Empire. Of course, your average refugee would not appreciate a fine beverage if I used a bottle of it to smash his thick skull. No, they probably wouldn't. Such is the sad position of one in my line in such difficult times. I am so sorry to hear that, my friend. You don't care for the refugees much, I gather. Oh, don't misunderstand me. They are unfortunate souls, driven from their homes and work by the tides of war and hunger. I only wish so many of them had not been driven here. At least the Great Portal will carry them away soon enough. If it did not... he shudders. Yeah. Well, they drink Almarian wine on the surface? Of course. Many an adventurous connoisseur has wanted to see what life in Avernum is like, to eat and drink what we do. But do they actually like our fungus wine? Well, it can be an acquired taste, and it can be hard to find our wine on the surface in quantities necessary to acquire it. They still prefer wine made of grapes, for some reason. Yeah, weird. I mean, that being said, people all over the world, all over the real world, drink and eat all kinds of things that are extremely acquired tastes. So, you know, things that came about by necessity, but people have grown to like the weirdest things and actually consume them for pleasure. So it's not so unusual or not so outrageous to think that mushroom wine could actually be enjoyed by people, if such a thing existed. Now I kind of want to Google for mushroom wine if anyone has ever tried making wine from mushrooms. That's I mean, it should not be technically impossible, but I don't know. I'm a little bit afraid of what I might find, but, well. Anyway, let me see what you have for sale. Well, Almarian wine, even Gremlin wine. Interesting. That's just a haste potion, though. I mean, I could buy 2 Almarian wine here and have enough for that quest. Or I could keep looking around and probably find those 2 remaining bottles somewhere. And if I come across the quest first, I could always return and get those bottles. I know where to find them. What happened to most of your stock? Well, it is unfortunate. I had the chance to get a case of gremlin wine. Amazing stuff, truly delicious, and with a subtle bouquet of wild magic. I purchased a case and stored it downstairs. And then, well, the case, or the magic in it, drew pests. There are rats downstairs. Among all my precious wines, and I need to clear them out. Perhaps I could help. He looks you over and shakes his head. No, this job requires delicacy, care. I haven't heard enough about you to trust you waving blades and throwing fireballs around my stock. Perhaps one day. Really? You're saying that we're not qualified to deal with rats in a cellar? Well, that's... I can only assume this is a deliberate play on the, you know, on the age-old RPG cliche of basically clearing the rats out of the storage cellar being the literal first quest in probably hundreds of RPGs. And here it's not even adventurers of our, you know, level of experience are allowed to even attempt this quest. Okay. I mean, I can kind of respect that, although it is annoying that I will have to return here later, assuming this is a real thing. I mean, I have no reason to assume otherwise, actually. Okay, that cannot be picked at all. So, I guess we'll just have to become more famous. Oh well. Maybe after we deal with the Great Portal situation and actually return this way to report back to the castle. Although I guess we would not be walking, we would just teleport, but... you know, we're going to be back here. Anyway, for the time being, I'm actually going to... make a cut here at this episode, and we're going to probably finish up exploring this place next time. And well, none of the quests we picked up here require us to do anything in Almaria itself. At least not yet. We might still get another quest or two, hopefully. But well, either way, we have a couple of things to do east of here, of course, including our main quest. Yeah, there's the Great Portal quest. We have a quest in the Honeycomb itself. I'm assuming that this fortress that was mentioned with the Scribane Eaters might be up here. I think it was described as northeast from here, so that would be a good spot up there, I guess. Well, anyway, we're obviously going to start exploring everything very meticulously, as I do. And, yeah, anyway, but for next time, there's still a little bit more Almaria left. And hopefully we'll find some sort of access to the underground as well, because there's definitely some more of that as well. So we might not be done with this place for a while yet. Anyway, as always, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.